Hey guys, sorry. I did come in here in my room, which has nothing in it because I'm just here for a little while. Um, Nice to see everyone again. As I said, uh, I've been working a lot, and I'm off to was off last night, so I'm not sleeping today like normal. Um, I thought I'd come on here and have a bunch of emails, and most of them's on mental health. Okay, I'm going to do this one more video on this and then I'm not going to do any more because I think I've done one. I know one, maybe two, something like that. Um, I'm not a doctor, you know. I can just give my opinion on things. But a few of the questions, I haven't discussed. So here it goes. In the craft. Um, Hi, Aiden. Whatever you're about to say, I agree. Hi, Lady Blind Wolf. I'm surprised y'all are up and about this time of day. I didn't figure anyone I usually talk to would be around. I know that light's gonna, no matter where I sit, anywhere I sit, anytime I try to do a video, there's a light shining somewhere. Anyway, so as far as the mental health, okay, um, I don't know how to put this again. Um, I am not by any means saying that you cannot be an effective witch if you have mental health issues, okay? Now, the more serious ones like schizophrenia, um, stuff like that, I'm not going to say it can't be done because, after all, I'm a witch. I don't believe there's anything that can't be done, but um, they just don't seem to be able to. Uh, Everything might get out of hand. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Um, like, for instance, they already hear voices. Um, and I mean, who's to say maybe them voices are really there? You never know. But anyway, this is a condition. So that may detour the way they're doing their spells or what they're saying, or they may not even be able to concentrate long enough to do a spell. Do you see what I'm saying? Um, the 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 real I think y'all get my gist about what your brain has to be healthy to do these, okay? I'm not talking about depression and anxiety, none of those disorders, just the clinical issues that go on with the human brain at times. Um, I would not recommend focus, yes. I get distracted. Exactly. That um, you just can't do that. Um, but I also believe that in certain things that we do may help in the living with these disorders. Like, for instance, the meditation. If you could possibly meditate, some people cannot, and with certain conditions, they can't sit still. Their brain's going 100 miles an hour. They can't possibly focus on one thought process. You see what I'm saying? So uh, it would be extremely hard, if at all possible, for them to relax. You see what I'm saying? And this is the first thing that needs to be learned. They do not need to be worried about doing witchcraft. um, First of all, they need to learn how to relax, how to calm their minds. Um, and there's many ways to do that. Besides the medications, um, they could learn to meditate. I mean, I had a extremely hard time learning to meditate. Um, Not because I have any of those conditions, but my mind goes off thinking about other things too easily. Um, I'll start out real good, and then all of a sudden my brain would go to, oh, yeah, I forgot to pay that bill, you know, or something like that. And it interrupts my meditating. And then I've lost it. There's, I've defeated my purpose. So, uh, anyway, y'all see what I'm trying to say. Um, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm going to have to say that they would have to work a lot harder um, to be able to achieve uh, a proper meditation. Now, um, the craft's hard work anyway. Um, that's why I always tell people, don't come on path thinking you're just gonna, decide one day you're a witch and that night you're gonna be casting spells and they're gonna happen, because that's just not the way it is. There's a lot that goes into it, as um, y'all all know. Um, Now there are some rituals, and there's ritual teas and concoctions and mixtures that people use in ceremonial gatherings. Doesn't necessarily mean even that they're witches. Some people just do this sort of thing, like the ayahuasca, how they all get together in a circle and drink that. Well, um, that is a mind altering substance. So if you already have a mental condition, like, I know I use schizophrenia a lot as an example, but I'm just trying to explain uh, the mental illness, that it would really screw with somebody. Okay, if somebody's already schizophrenic and they drink this ayahuasca, then it could be really bad. It could be bad for them. It could be bad for everybody around them. So, well, certainties will not interact. Taking meds like Valerian. Yeah, yeah. That's exactly why I say in my videos, just about every one of them, especially when I um, was doing the videos, on the herbs, um, I always would say, if you're taking this or that prescription medication, do not take this. It interacts with it one way or the other, or, just renders it null and void. It won't work. It won't do what it's supposed to do in your system. Um, and there's a lot of things that'll do that. That's why it's always important to research your medications when you get them. Don't count on the pharmacist to know it all, because they forget things too. It's not that they didn't know it, they just forget to tell you, hey, I'm sorry, you're not supposed to drink orange juice with this medication. Um, you just need to research them. But some of these mind altering, like I said, things that some people take, um, as usual, first of all, you need to make sure that it doesn't react with medications. And I would recommend, I mean, I'm just real paranoid about stuff like that. Um, I just I don't ever see me doing that. I just don't. I'm not saying I won't ever do it because that's just ridiculous. Things are possible, but I just I'm not. First of all, sound whatever, but I cannot drink after other people. I just can't. So there's no way in hell that I could sit around in a circle and take sips out of this bowl, with 20 to 30 people in a circle. And they're all drinking out of it. I just couldn't do it. And I know that some witches will say, well, it's a trust thing. Well, no, 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 no. No, it's not that I don't trust the person. I don't trust the disease or the condition they might have. Might have mono, or I don't know, whatever. I just don't like it. I never have and never will. And being in nursing, I guarantee you watch some of the films that we've watched, I've watched throughout the years in continuing education courses and um, stuff like that. I guarantee you won't eat after nobody else. And with the C word, cannot do that anymore. Yeah. And see, you never know if something like that isn't abound, if it hasn't started and it's just not heard of yet. And here you've been drinking after all these people, or whatever, and there you go, you're sick. You know. So, I mean, I don't know. That's my opinion. Y'all do whatever you want. Um, but you won't catch me doing it. It just ain't gonna happen. Um, my grandma used to always say that nursing ruined me. Well, no, I don't think it did. I think it's kept me as healthy as I am today. I mean, but anyway, yeah, I don't recommend if you don't have a stable mind. Um, you know, think of when you were younger. In my day, acid was a big thing. Mescal is what they called it. Um, if you weren't already in your right mind, or if you didn't have a strong enough mind, that stuff could really mess you up. And even if you did have a strong, good mind and got a hold of a bad hit of some, then you're fried for life. You know, do you want to take that chance? you know, these these herbs are natural herbs, but you know, uh, so is wolfbane, so is henbane. All these poisonous herbs that we use in our magic at times. You don't want to go around eating them, you know. Um, I don't know. And when people ask me, I've been invited to go do this, should I go? Well, if you've watched my videos, I've told you pretty much, do as you will, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. For many reasons, not just one. There's many reasons I wouldn't do it. Um, Infection control, you know. I mean, I don't know. I'm just that way. There are other lighter, if you want to call them lighter, substances that of herbs that we use, like kava kava. You can make a tea out of that. Um, it can be ingested. Um, it has like a mild sedative feeling, to it. Um, Maybe you can take it, drink a little bit of it before you meditate or before you go to sleep. Um, I haven't ever drank any of it myself, to be honest. But I also hear that it's got a numbing effect, oral numbing. So it would probably be really good if you have like mouth ulcers, um, toothaches, stuff like that, some kind of oral affliction that's bothering you. Um, if you don't want to swallow it, don't swallow it. Swish it around your mouth and spit it out. The numbing effect should still be there. Um, I mean, however you want to do it, but no, it's not poisonous. Now, the issue that anyone might have with anything that you ingest is that you're allergic to it. Well, and sometimes you don't know that you're allergic to it until you take it. Um, like I did a video a couple of years ago on, I was taking this new vitamin. Um, I forget what it was. I'm not going to say the name of it anyway, but I had this new vitamin, and I believe it had bilberry in it. And that's the ingredient that I mean, because I broke out just on my legs and my rear end, and if I hadn't taken that, I would have thought, well, it was my laundry soap or whatever. Well, I've used the same laundry soap for years and years. I know I'm not allergic to that. The same dryer sheets. So it had to be something in that vitamin that I ingested. And when I got to looking at all the ingredients, um, kind of started omitting things out. And sure enough, the last one that I came to was the bilberry. Guess I'm allergic to it. Well, I had no idea until I took it. I mean, thank goodness it wasn't a major reaction. And it didn't even itch. I just had little red dots all over me from my waist down. Freaked me out. Looked like I had chicken pox or smallpox or something like that. But you just never know. But the kava kava, mugwort, I have uh, ingested mugwort. It's not, it's not bad at all. But it might be for somebody that's allergic to it. It's a very light soothing, has a light soothing effect, not enough to where you feel, messed up, but lots of witches are in healthcare. Yeah, they are. And, to me, that kind of fits the bill, doesn't it? For all different reasons. We care about people and we want to help. And, of course, the medicine, part of it, taking care of people. Um, yeah, it's amazing how many are. I'm gonna have to go let Lexi in. I got the door shut and she does not like that. Hang on. I told you to come in here before I started. Come on. I have to keep that door shut because Robert keeps that TV so loud in there and can't be able to hear myself. I just got some wormwood. Oh, yeah? Huh. Well, I was having a hard time deciding what to even title this video. Um, and in my opinion, and that's all this is my opinion, I honestly think that the craft could help in mental health just by some of the things that we do, you know, um, getting in touch with ourselves and doing shadow work and um, the meditating, um, doing things to help ourselves and our own mental health um, and our overall health. Whatever we can do to make our world better. Um, I really believe that somebody that has any other condition could use and who knows, maybe heal themselves. That's always a possibility. Now, I do know that there are some conditions that, I'm sorry, but the craft is not going to heal. Um, these people need medication. There's something not firing right. Um, and, well, you never know. I hate to say that it's never going to happen because miracles do happen and things happen that we can't explain. Just, people don't believe in us, that we have the powers that we do. Um, we don't care, we just keep doing what we do. So I hate to say never, but I don't know. I honestly I don't think that without help they could be effective witches. Um, Now with the medication that they're taking and with a steady mind, um, sure, why not? And people say, well, if they're taking the medication, then that's messing with the mind and blah blah blah, and so they can't do magic. Well, that's crap. What was we just talking about? People doing ayahuasca, people drinking mugwort tea, and um, kava kava, and all the other things that witches ingest on a daily. Some of them in their teas. They sprinkle on their food. Um, there's a lot of times we go into ritual and we've ingested something, you know. So we're using an herb during our ritual, and these people are using per se an herb. I know it's not the same thing because it's pharmaceutical grade. It's completely different than what we would grow or buy. Um, but it's altering nonetheless. It's mind altering, and a lot of us will do that. I mean, think of the flying ointment. I'm sorry, but that would pretty much is just pure acid. So, uh, any witch that sits there and says, "Well, you can't use mind altering stuff. Your magic won't work." Well, you better think about what's in your teas that you drink. Your salves that you put on, these topical ointments that um, think about it. I'm not saying every one of them that we use are like that, but a lot of them are. So even if it's just, a lot of us will take stuff for lucid dreaming. That's a lot of times what people use the mugwort for before they go to bed. Um, I don't know, but yeah, never say that you can't use something. They've used it for centuries. Even the Aborigines, the Indians, when they used peyote and opium and all that, um, for before they went into battle to possibly see the outcome. Um, just do your research, read your history. I mean, a lot of people use the use mind altering substances of some sort. Um, so, but it all depends on how you react to it. Tried the mugwort tea before I went to bed, and it had no effect on me at all. Oh yeah, yeah. Did you make it? I mean, did you make the tea out of the herb mugwort, or did you buy mugwort tea from a shop? It may not have been strong enough. Is what I'm saying. From what I understand, it just helps people sleep, and it has been used in lucid dreaming. I haven't ever drank mugwort tea. I've smoked it. I have smoked mugwort. Oh yeah, okay. Um, I took like 2 or 3 hits of mugwort one time before a ritual that I was doing, and I mean it didn't flip me out or nothing. I did feel a little um, relaxed. Yeah, I bought the herb and I mixed it with some chamomile and oh, okay, awesome. I like my teas, I really do, but I'm on at the grocery store. Um, Now I do have the actual herb, as y'all know, but um, my thing, in all honesty, is I'm not a very trusting witch. I'm just not. Um, Now the company that I buy 85% of my herbs from is a very well known, respected company. Well, it's Mountain Rose Herbs. Um, is where I usually get my stuff, and I'm still afraid to ingest it. Not afraid, but I'm just not trusting. I think a lot of it is the witch stigma. You know, I'm just about half afraid that somebody's gonna say, "Oh, all the witches like this, and they drink it and they eat it." So I'm gonna put my name on a sticker, and I'm gonna sell this and get rid of a bunch of witches. See how I think? But I have that old mindset when everyone was against us. And I'll let you in on something. There is still a lot of people against us. They may not just come out and openly say it and do witch hunts like they used to, but there's still a lot of them that would just rather see us burn just from stereotyping. So I'm not saying go around be paranoid, but I still think like the older witches did in the very old days. Not quite as bad as it was back then, but I'm still a little leery. I mean, I don't mind telling people that I'm a witch. I do that all the time. But as far as you know, anything they fix me, give me to eat, I don't know. And of course, I mean, it's not like when I order, herbs that, because some people are not witches. They just use the real herb, the pure stuff, or as pure as it can get, um, in their cooking, and they order that from these big companies. We use them for something different, and to cook with, whatever we want to use them for. But I don't know. I'm not saying everybody should be paranoid. Please don't think that. But I, uh, I am a little paranoid. I'm still of the older generation that don't really trust a whole lot. We talk about it now as opposed to the one before me, even, but we don't. We're not very trusting with other people that aren't witches themselves. And I've often thought, well, somebody might just tell me they're a witch and give me something, and ooh, there I go. I don't know. I set out little traps to catch them. I do, Lady Blind Wolf. I'm like, okay, you're a witch. I'll bring up a subject that any witch, I don't care if you started being a witch yesterday, they would know. And if they don't know some of the most simple things, then they're not a witch, and I don't trust them. It's like, oh, you say you're a witch. Well, what do you think about blah, 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 blah? I don't know. But like I said, it's not like whenever I order from Mountain Rose Herbs, that I put, hi, I'm a witch. I need this and that. They don't know that. I mean, really. I'm just weird that way. And I'm glad you mentioned chamomile, Lady Blind Wolf, because I have all my herbs and stuff out here in the shed. And that was fresh chamomile, so I probably need to go get it and bring it in the house and put it in the fridge. It's not molded. I hope it didn't start molding. It's been really hot since I've been here, and I sure don't. I hope it ain't all run. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a firm believer in your mental health status has got to be at least enough to where you can concentrate to be an effective witch and to cast an effective spell. Um, I would make sure that I'm using the craft to heal that part of me. Um, that's what I originally wanted to say. Um, it's all most things that we do are about healing. Um, so I don't see why it couldn't work in mental health. Not just the lighter side of mental health, but the real heavy, the 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 real severe issues. You know, um, I've heard of people that have had nervous breakdowns, and with a nervous breakdown, you usually that's what happens. You just kind of bottom out, and then you slowly but gradually start getting better. You pick yourself back up and kind of rebuild. Um, in my way, in a way, I can relate that to shadow work, and I'll explain that because the nervous breakdown itself is a physical reaction to whatever tore you apart, whatever you could not fix. Um, it was too much stress or too much of bad luck running in your life, or um, being too sensitive to all the negativity and bad things around you. So you, of course, broke down. Um, Shadow work, I believe, can prevent some of that because um, we as human beings go through life and we're like always thinking in the past, aren't we? Hmm. Most of us do, whether we mean to or not. We're always saying, and it's not a bad thing a lot of times because we're comparing what has already happened. Say you're faced with the same situation again, and you have to use a past experience to maybe avoid this one. It's like, well, last time I did that, this happened. It's called learning. But when you have all these per se, the proverbial skeletons in your closet that you've just pushed off and hidden away, eventually they start coming out and haunting you. And you're going to have to deal with them. This is why we do shadow work. If you walk through this life, and there's going to be things that happen, there's going to be bad things that happen, there's going to be mistakes that you make, there's going to be huge mistakes that you make, um, times that you think that you cannot face another day because that day has been so bad. Um, But you have to understand that it is a process, and it's a learning process, and one that will make you stronger. Get through it. Um, if you've had some traumatic experience, don't overlook it. Um, don't don't just say, "Well, that didn't happen," and push it off over here in this proverbial closet. Because if you do that, you're not dealing with the issue. You're pushing it away, and it keeps coming back, and you push it away again, and it'll come back again. You just can't keep doing that. This is what shadow work is about in the craft. You go deep within yourself, and nobody's there to judge you but yourself. And you shouldn't judge yourself. You should chalk it up to you're human. It's an experience, it's a mistake or somebody else's mistake. It's learning to accept and protect yourself and not let it harm you anymore. Don't let it affect the rest of your life, because you won't get anywhere if you do. You're always going to have these skeletons going out, boo, haunting you. You know, don't allow them to do that. Uh, some people have an ideal time to do shadow work. I don't think there's an ideal time. I don't think you have to do it every 6 months, every year, or even every 5 years. Um, you know, when your mental health is suffering, when you have too much on your mind, um, when you're feeling weak or vulnerable, that's when this is affecting your aura, your intuition as a witch. Then you have to go into the closet and clean that sucker out. Um, them skeletons aren't helping you in there, and they're always going to be there unless you get rid of them. So do your shadow work, and that in turn will help you with your mental health. Promise it will. And learn to forgive yourself. A lot of people, including me, let me tell you, I'm so hard on myself. I make a mistake and I beat myself up for that for who knows how long. And it's just ridiculous, you know. Forgive yourself, get over it, and go on. You know, try not to make that same mistake again. But if you do, oh well, it's not the end of the world. You're not perfect, you know. And I believe that, a lot of times people will have nervous breakdowns because they're beside themselves. They don't know what to do, you know. They just cannot deal with all the crap. And it's hard. It really is. We all know that. We go through it every day. Every human being does. Some worse than others. Um, but your meditation, your alone time, I call it my me time. um, just sitting and researching an herb or making an oil or a candle or something that makes you feel okay, do it. Put the whole world out and say, I'm doing this for me right now. You can wait. See what I mean? That's not being selfish. That's giving yourself the attention you need like you do for everybody else. So why not do it for yourself? And that alone will improve your mental health so much more than you know. Now, the ones that actually have chemical imbalances, um, and other issues going on in the brain that are physical, um, that require medication, yeah, make sure you take your medication. Most, even, schizophrenics can live a pretty much normal life if they take their medication. Um, be just like anybody else, you know. But anyway, yes, I would be back to what I started the whole video about in the first place. I would be extremely careful. Um, doing the craft. Of course, I don't really even think that a lot of them would think long enough and hard enough about it to actually become the witch. And even if they tried to cast a spell, it probably wouldn't work anyway. Um, I don't know, but anyway, I am no expert on mental health. This what I've told y'all is just my opinion. I do have a little experience with it. I've worked in several mental health facilities, um, worked with MRs. Um, I've worked in my career a lot of different little things. So these are just things that I've gathered, throughout the years, a lot of years. So yeah, do your shadow work, um, cleanse yourself, forgive yourself, um, learn as you go, and I promise you, your mental health will be a lot better. Um, anyway, I'm done with that. Are you still here, Lady Blonde Wolf? I went and got my second shot today, and I hope it's not going to make me sick. Yeah. The one I did before, I felt fine until that night at probably about 7 o'clock. And then I just started feeling like crap, so I went to bed, and that's where I stayed until, I, except to get up and go to the bathroom, or I don't even think I ate. I'm sure I got me a Dr. Pepper here and there, but that's where I stayed until Friday morning. Missed work Thursday night, and I already told them at work. I was like, all right, I'm getting my second shot on Wednesday, so be prepared, have backup. Somebody, come in for me if I need them to, just in case. And I don't want to miss work, trust me. I like getting my paychecks, but if you can't go, you can't go. Yeah, my arm's already getting a little sore. Hate that. But anyway, yeah, I've done enough videos on mental health, and I think I said this on my last video too. So please do not ask me no more questions about that. If you have a question that I haven't answered, um, you can go back. I think this is probably the third video altogether that I've done on mental health, and um, you need to be speaking with a physician about it anyway. Um, I'm not a doctor, but and I don't want this to turn into that sort of channel where this is a witch channel. So, and it's not that I'm complaining. I just don't want it to go to where everybody's expecting me to tell them the answers, and I'm not qualified. Um, some of it I am, yes, but you really need to be talking to a real professional, like a psychiatrist, psychologist, your doctor, something like that. Uh, if your issues are that serious, they can help. So, um, I guess Lady Blind Wolf's gone. And anyway, guys, I'm going to try to come on here more often, but I only have 2 days off every week. And most of the time, I don't even get them. Or I might get one. And if I just get one, we're just working a lot of hours. I had something like, seriously, 110 hours on this check. Um, that's about average of what I work all the time. So when I say that's all I do is work, that's pretty much all I do is work. Um, so until we get more help, but I will try to come on as much as I can. Just listening while I clean. Oh yeah, I thought you was gone. I was fixing to get off here. But yeah, pretty much all I do is work and try to sleep and eat every once in a while. So it's not that I want to come on here because I sure miss talking to y'all. This is therapy for me, believe it or not. Talking to y'all helps me. Doing these videos helps me. Um, it takes my mind off the mundane world that I live in now. And it reminds me who I truly am. And I love talking and being around people that are like me. So, bunny proof. What? Oh, yeah, you got that rabbit. Okay, I remember now. I remember. That's so cute, too. Yep, that's what you need, the rabbit. While Lexi's over here sleeping, of course, she's got to be everywhere I am. Setting up a bunny safe area. Oh, okay. The cats don't bother it? Yeah, the cats don't bother your bunny? You got two rabbits? Oh, so the cats don't bother them? That probably weirded them out. Probably wondering what the hell you brought in the house. Oh, cool. What in the world possessed y'all to get rabbits? Kara and Riddick just ran away from them. Aiden's the only one who halfway tolerates them. Oh, you got the other cat back too now, huh? But Aiden was on a farm, so it doesn't bother him much. Oh, okay. Well, I thought one of them cats was with somebody else, and I thought you only had two with you. I know Riddick was with you and Aiden, but I don't remember you mentioning Kyra or Kira, however you pronounce that. Oh, you guys, I am so sleepy all the time. I'm just tired all the time. It's almost like 2 days off isn't even really enough. Brandelet Reagan. Okay. Ow. Did y'all hear that pop? That was my jaw. Make sure I didn't dislocate it. Yeah, Kira. See, I don't remember that name. I remember Riddick and Aiden. Cara, Kira, Armand. Yeah. I just don't remember Kyra. See, I want to take a nap now. And this is why I get nothing done on the one day. I really just say whenever I have 2 days off, I really just have one day. Because Tuesdays I'll pretty much sleep. I get off whenever I get off in the mornings. Could be anywhere from 6 to 10 o'clock, depending on when my relief gets there and what I'm doing. So Tuesdays I come home and I sleep all day because I've worked all night. Okay, where's my little calico? She was even on the Lady Grave Dancers live stream last week. Oh, she was. I haven't watched it. How was she on Lady Grave Dancers stream? Here I go. Dang it. No, Riddick and Kira have nothing to do with the rabbits at all, and he's just lazy and chills out. Well, that's good. Oh, wow. Y'all know I don't understand. That needle isn't. He gave it a little higher than usual, too. He almost hit my shoulder bone. That needle isn't. It's like a insulin syringe. It's an insulin needle. Tiny. I just cannot believe it frogs you that bad. I guess it's probably the medicine, actually, but like, damn. Oh, yep, it's already getting sore, especially when I go lift it. I got to feed my cats, and I don't know. I may lay down for a while and get up and try to get something done. I don't know. I wish I had a payday off. About the Bell Witch. So, do you really believe that there was a Bell Witch per se, or was it just like one of the old witch hunts from like there was years and years ago? Do you believe that this person that lived out there was really a witch? Because I actually watched that documentary, and to me, it was honestly very, very boring. And the video content was horrible. In fact, it kind of made me dizzy to watch it. The camera was always, and I never seen a thing that would even suggest that anything spiritual or whatever was out there. I had the DVD. Somebody bought it for me, and I gave it away. My arm was sore, but other than that, I was okay, but a little tired. Yeah. Well, the first one made me sick. I mean, I wasn't deathly ill, but I didn't feel good at all. It felt like I had a touch of the flu. I mean, I've had the flu before, of course, but it didn't feel as bad as that. When they say, it gives you flu-like symptoms, but you don't have the actual flu or the fever, that's exactly what was with me. I didn't ever run a fever, but my body kind of ached, and I was just had